I have a lot to say, and I got a half an hour. I'm in the dreaded after lunch spot, so I'll try to keep it interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 4 markets within our business basically today. We're going to talk about the high-speed bottle printing market. We're going to talk about the short-run decorating market. We're going to talk about the value-add market to your existing markets. And then I'm going to go through some new features and new markets within the digital arena. First thing is addressing the high-speed bottle printing market. We have 2 products, the HS300 and the K15 CNC 2-up double-use machine. I'll go through the HS300 first. I'm going to go to the front here so I can see this. I'll go through a quick overview. We'll talk about the in-feed and out-feed, the article transport system, the optical seam detection, the print station, and some framework. Here's a picture of the machine. We have 6 machines, I believe, installed right now, another one in the factory being built, and I believe another one that's going to be built after that. The HS300, the standard in the industry for speed has been about 200 bottles per minute. This machine, with some technology that I'll review today, can go at 300 bottles per minute. It's a continuous running print machine. Article diameters that it will print are 1 to 3 inches. Article height is 1.6 to 12 inches. Print stroke, 10.25, 300 bottles a minute, can print on the body and the neck. The register tolerance is 0.15 millimeter color to color. Up to 8 print stations, ceramic inks only, individual servo-driven article rotation it allows us for optical seam detection or contactless register systems. Inspection camera is available on this machine and has a slow-down device to adjust the pitch as the bottles are coming out of the machine. This is a layout of a 4-color printing machine. Our machines can be designed in clockwise or counterclockwise. This one is a clockwise printing machine. The bottles come in the in-feed in a vertical position, are transferred through this star wheel transfer mechanism to the article holders. There's a seam camera here, 4 print stations, and then the reverse happens here. This particular footprint would be about 24 by 24. Some customers that have more than one of these will have a clockwise and a counterclockwise so that they can adjust the product flow in the direction for their manufacturing needs. The article carrier and this transfer mechanism, this is a big part of the technology that allows us to go 300 feet a minute, 300 bottles per minute. I'm from the web printing industry for 25 years, so I talk in feet per minute a lot. I apologize. The bottles come in vertical, they go horizontal. This device puts them horizontal into the article holders, go through the printing, comes back out of the article holders, and this reverses that function and puts them horizontal again onto the conveyor system. The transport system, we've taken technology from our optical disc machines, and these carriers are rack and pinion, and we've applied them to this technology, which works very, very well. Optical seam detection, another technology that has been modified for this particular application, is the seam cameras. We can put up to 6 seam cameras on here, and the reason why we have to do that is the bottles are always moving when we're looking for the seams. So this gives us the opportunity to find them and then adjust the individual article rotation devices to make sure we're printing in the right place. The print station, the third level of technology that allows us to go this fast, it's a semi-continuous running squeegee. There's 2 squeegees per station. The squeegee is driven by a robot. Again, we applied technology from the K15 CNC into this machine. All the print parameters are controlled via HMI on the machine. The screens are static, so they're easy access, and we can put ink pumps on this machine to allow you to continually run. The framework, again, it's a robust German design. There's nothing underneath, so if there's any glass breakage, there's nothing there to interfere with that. I'm going to show you a video of this machine running. And I'll try to explain it as it goes through. So we're seeing the in-feed here. There's a double timing screw here. Now we're speeding it up. It's about 300 bottles per minute at this point. Now that's that star transfer device that I was discussing. So they're coming in vertical, going into this, and going into a device and putting into the article holders, and they'll be turned horizontal at that point. Now this is the alien squeegee. See us in Star Wars. Again, one of the technologies that allows us to go this fast because there's 2 squeegees always going. And again, you can do this in 8 colors, and it's bottle and body and neck printing. And here we're going from the horizontal to vertical position with the starter wheel transfer device. So now we have another machine that we've applied into this high-speed bottle printing market, and it's the K15 CNC 2-up machine. I'll again do the same thing. I'll go through a quick overview, talk about the in-feed, the out-feed. There's some special software in this machine. We can do optical seam detection. The print station configuration is a little different. This is a little more of a flexible machine. Here's a picture of the machine. Again, it's a continuous running machine. The diameter is 0.75 to 4.75 for the articles. Article height can be 1.6 inches to 17.75. Print stroke is up to 15 3/4 inches. 2 article holders per unit. It can go 100 bottles per minute times 2. Can do body and neck printing on it. Register tolerance is 0.1 millimeter. Ceramic and UV inks, and again, individual servo-driven article rotation and inspection cameras are available. Here's a layout of this machine, and the difference here is that it's a double lane in feed. This is a seam detection camera. This is a second seam detection camera. Empty station, 6 print stations, a print inspection camera, and then the outfeed. And if you know anything about our machines, is that we offer them in different sizes. So they're almost like shirt sizes. We can go to a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large. So if you need more color, you need more stations, whatever you need, if you need more things, we can reconfigure the machine to the customer's needs. I'll show you a video of this running as well. So this is a real customer application. Again, you see the 2-up in feed. This is the first seam camera. It's finding the seam on the bottle on the left. As you see, there's 2 articles in the article holders. This one finds the seam on the article on the right. It's printing the first color. Printing the second color. And that's printing the other bottle, first color. And the second color. That's an empty station, and then you're seeing this is running 88 bottles per minute, which would be times 2 at 176 bottles per minute. That's the Deco Systems camera, so it's seeing both images. Then we'll take it, put it on the outfeed conveyor, we lane them. Now the machine still knows exactly where every bottle is, and there's a device right here, should be right here, that if those are bad bottles, it'll push the bottles into that container. Then they're just going into the leader. So we have two solutions for the high-speed bottle printing market, both very good solutions. The K15 CNC 2-up, maybe a little more flexible, UV and ceramic inks, larger article and screen sizes if possible, up to 200 bottles per minute. We have a machine like this in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Many customers have come and seen it. It's, again, I'll go through what's different. This one is equipped with a bottom register camera. It has 6 star heads, 2 screens, 2 article holders, LED and UV curing. We've configured it for round, oval, flat, odd shapes. We can do, the way we have it configured
right now is plastic and metal. I'll show you a video of this running. I'll explain the machine as we go through it. This is not exactly our machine, but it's one configured very similar to Germany's video. So you'll see there's two article holders here. So we're printing two articles at once. These are the digital bags. So this would have a clear, a white, and a yellow. This one would have a cyan, magenta, and black. There's a screen station here, a screen station here, a screen station here, a conventional UV, and then there's LED pins here, and LED vinyl here. This technology right here was a pre-treatment spray system that was done after the Pyrosil system. And we've changed this technology. Now we can inkjet this primer. It's another pre-treatment that definitely helps with digital adhesion. You'll see one of the things we do here is you'll see the shutters open and close. So we never let any light go in there. We've separated the lights from the inkjet heads. Another device that we've developed over the last couple of years, and this has all been since the last time I think I spoke here, and I'll go through that in a few minutes. Can we continue to develop things? And one of the things that a lot of the customers asked me for was hot stamping within the machine. We developed a larger hot stamping device, but this one's called a K29. It's a mobile hot stamping device. Can be inserted into a screen station and then removed from a screen station. The foil size would be maximum would be about 110 millimeters by 110 millimeters. And it can be installed and removed within a couple hours, one electrical connection. So it's fairly easy to use. In those applications where you want to put foil on a glass or plastic article, primarily, it's been used in plastic so far for us, but the same customers using plastic has used it for glass as well. So what you're seeing an operation here, and this is the arms of the screen station right here. Weighs about 50 pounds. So now I'm going to switch subjects here. I'm going to go through a digital printing update. I believe that's going to move fast. We talked about four-color digital printing a number of times. I've done presentations here, and we've made a lot of headway. We can do glass, plastic, metal, and ceramic. We've got over 20 machines installed in the field right now. The K15 series, 500. When we say hybrid, it has at least one screen in it. 7 are all digital. The K1, K2, or K15 QSE, there's 8 of those, 5 are hybrid, and 3 are all digital. Digital printing. We've talked a little bit about it today, and I think there's going to be some more discussions after. It gives you the ability to print on very complex articles and shapes. You can decorate where you wouldn't be able to normally decorate. And it really gives you that next level of design freedom. One of the things we've done is we have this software that the engineers have developed in Germany. And it's designed so that as you put in an article in there, and it's very shaped like this one. Once you put in a shape, the shape can be put in by either measuring it, or we can put a sensor in the machine which will measure the shape. And then it controls the individual jetting of the nozzles within that, because it needs to shoot the ink a little farther here than here, and also the rotational speeds are different. So the machine knows all of that once we put in the shape. So here's an article an example of an article that that's being used that application, but we also have a tiltable article holder, so we control the angle of the item underneath the heads. I mean, the goal is to always keep it horizontal. We can adjust that by plus 20, minus 10, and every article holder on the machine can be adjusted differently depending on where you're printing on that article. And I'll show you a video of this. This is an article that was already printed, but it goes through the motions of how it was printed. It's a 3-pass print, and it was just a wine bottle. And you can see that the article holder is moving depending on where the print and where the inkjet is being print. And we try to keep that level through the whole print cycle. And the thing you see moving right here is after it's done printing, a pinning light would go and set the date. So, one of the things that Konig is known for is printing on difficult articles. So we can print on ovals, rounds, flats, squares, handled articles. And here's an example. I got props. This is a digitally printed cup, and we can print within an inch of the handle. And we actually also, if you guys are way in the back, we print it on the handle. It's an eye test. But so again, that's really what we're known for. Is you throw us a difficult article, we'll print it. The latest kind of update that we've done on the digital side is. And I put a question mark here. It's creating a new market for glass decorators. And I really believe that we are doing that, and the people in the glass manufacturing market will probably be able to comment on this as well. We can print and emboss on glass. So here's 3 examples of that. This is a printed embossing on this. This one doesn't show up as good, but it's actually a tactile feel to it. And in this one right here, there were, you can feel the veins of the leaf on the article. So it's a specially developed printing medium. We can print up to 60 cycles a minute, depending on the length and height of the decoration. The layer thickness can be up to 3 millimeters. Has excellent adhesion. We've done over 1,000 dishwasher cycles. Those are industrial dishwasher cycles for adhesion. And the chemistry is based on the Marabou product line. Marabou in Germany is not that far away from our factory, and we have a lot of collaboration with Marabou. We've worked on this particular project. We've got hours invested in it with customers, with vendors, and they've been a good partner for us. So we can actually print very detailed items, very detailed, with very sharp corners, or we can put a lot of the clear on it and make it look like it's a big piece of glass. The other thing we can do is we can digitally print around the embossing to give it another look, and then in this case we embossed underneath and then printed color on the top of it. We could do the opposite. We could put color on the bottom and embossing on the top to give it another look. How do you do that? On the K15, what you do is this particular machine, the way it's set up, we have a feed, steam embossing tool. We have a height control system, which basically detects that the article is higher than the inkjet heads. We have a general primer and an exhaust system, and it's a Konig designed inkjet module that goes right through the chemistry. Then we have a clear, a white, a yellow, a magenta, a cyan, and a black. And then there's 4 clears or top coats. And those 4 clears or top coats can be just printed as just a light clear, or they can be printed with highlight out to give you that big thick embossing look. Now this particular article right here was printed in conjunction with Marabou. We had it at our exhibit. And this is more of an animation of how it was printed. But if anybody wants to see this, it's a very, very nice article, and I can pass it around if anybody wants to look at it. So. printed on a, I believe, K15. And this is one of our technicians is just was inspecting it after it was done. Now, the full system here is, you do need a K31 for piracy. So it's, I showed up to their last, so this is the full system. We can also do this on the linear machine. So our machine in Portsmouth, we're reconfiguring it to add a K31, a cooling tunnel. We're going to add 2 more jet heads, the Konig jet module, the exhaust system, and we'll have this configured so that we can print embossing type articles on that particular machine. So, we've done a lot of developments, and the past developments consist of multiple services. I go back, and I think the first time I did a presentation here was, I don't know, probably 7, 8 years ago, and we were talking about some of the things we did. And so multiple services. At first, we did plastic. We got to glass, ceramic, stainless. We optimized the process for higher productivity. We scaled up to other Canon machine platforms. When we first started, we had a screen white because the opaqueness of the white wasn't there when we digitally. We just couldn't get the opaqueness we wanted, so we started with screen. And we implemented digital. We applied the technology to a manual machine we made. We expanded the improvements. We've worked with INX, Sigworks, Marabou, Sun, so we've worked with a lot of the people. If somebody has a good technology, we're willing to work with them and use it. We've increased the print height to up to 210 millimeters without stitching. We've applied some emergent eject heads with high resolution, and we've increased the functionality of digital printing. The problem with developments is once you get through them, you start new developments. So this is what we're working on now. We're working on a parallel inkjet head design, a tandem inkjet head design, 130 millimeters and one pass star head design. We continue to enhance the Canon inkjet module. Again, continue to work on new improvements. The more articles people can show us that have different attributes, we're always working on those. There was one when I was at the factory 2 years ago, so the last time it was an article with a head on it, and they were trying to print features on the head. And we're working on aluminum can printing. A little bit about those particular designs. This is the tandem head, and the reason why that was designed is it's 2 digital print heads. We had a customer that was printing something that was 210 millimeters, and it wasn't going at the speed he needed. So in this particular design, there's 2 heads. And those 2 heads can articulate so that instead of making a 3-pass print, it's a 2-pass print. So we increase the speed by 30% by doing that. This one right here, this is a parallel printing station. Now there's a head here and a head here. And this was done, when I showed you that machine with all the heads on it, the A15, we can now put 2 heads in one station. It's an ore. We only do embossing or color, but we have the technology on our machines to be able to go around another time if you needed to do the other process. So it was done to condense the machine if needed, and it incorporates a high laydown embossing feature. So again, we can make our machines a little bit more compact if customers desire that. Talked about a lot. And one of the things I always like to say, if there's any customers that would like to come to Germany, to think we can travel now, we'd always invite you to the factory because every time we go there, we learn something and we get to look under the curtain a little bit. And the engineers are nimble, and it's just amazing sometimes to go there and see what they've done. So with that, I appreciate the opportunity to get up here and talk. If there's any questions, I'll answer them. I might be a little short on time. Okay, I'll answer the question if I can. Mike, VP of Sales, is out here too, so if there's any questions, ask away.
The same way I've been asking you for probably the last 5, 6 years, much advancement in ceramic decoration
do that. But we like shaped articles. The flat stuff's easy though. It's you know, we've had discussions about it, Todd, but it's one of those things that projects never stop going. But, you know, we can do an oval, which is really close. Sometimes we do the ovality of an oval, but we can do a lot of things. And the right application, I think the guys would probably embrace it.
Anybody else?
Steve?
Yeah, I was intrigued by your HS300.
Yes?
Just a short, quick question. So, do you have like a screen tear detector on it?
We do not. I don't believe we do, because I've heard that discussion, but I don't believe there is one.
I mean, you get a burrow piece of glass and rip the screen at 300 minutes.
You know what we've detected is everyone we've installed has the inspection camera. And within a number of bottles that would get detected on the inspection camera, and the inspection camera is also programmed that if so many fail, it's usually 10 in a row, it'll stop the machine.
Because you use a stainless steel, right?
I don't know. I guess they would have to, yes.
Just curious.
I haven't seen the machine in operation yet because they're in Europe, and we haven't been able to go over there, so it's on my list. Thank you.